Welcome back to Let's Play Might and Magic VII, Episode 24. Syndrome here with Breaking the Stream Gaming. Now, this will likely be the last episode of this Let's Play, so hopefully I make it a good one. Now, I've gone ahead and taken the liberty to unequip all of my equipment here. In order to reach the sunken vessel, the SS Lincoln, I believe it is, we need to be wearing one of these wetsuits. And these wetsuits can only be worn if everything, including jewelry, is unequipped. The one exception to that is I believe that we can equip blasters. Yes, we can.
No room.
So I'm going to go ahead and equip these on everybody.
No room.
There's no room.
And I'll go ahead and give Amarista a blaster, just because it's the only weapon that can be used while wearing these. Now, before I go ahead and take care of that, though, I am going to finish up the obelisk quest. So, taking a look at my notes, I have all of the obelisks discovered, except for one, the one from the Land of Giants. So, let's go ahead and recall back to the Land of Giants. Now, I don't recall exactly where it is, but it shouldn't be too difficult to find. So, I'm just going to enter double speed mode, and we'll fly around the zone until we find it. It should be pretty prominent. There it is. Now, for safety purposes, I'm just going to head back to Harmondale. Now, reading these messages vertical gives us the following message. Pirates, 5. One. Survive. You know, this is a little bit difficult to read vertically. Basically, the solution to this puzzle is that we need to go to the Evanmorn Islands and wait until midnight, and then loot from a circle of stones. A chest will appear there that has a bunch of good stuff in it. So, we're currently on a Tuesday, so in the meantime, I'm going to head back to Celeste, and I'm just going to train a couple of times to get us a little bit closer to Sunday. One more level apiece. Okay, now that it's Sunday, we should be able to take a boat from the Bracana Desert to the Evanmorn Islands. Just gonna head south to the docks. Maybe not. Now that I think about it, I think that we actually took a boat from Arathian last time, which was surprising to me. I used to think that only a boat from Tatalia would go there. Okay, here we are back in the Evanmorn Islands. I'm going to cast Flight to give us a little bit of a boost here. We're not going to be fighting anything, so no real need for any of the other buffs. I suppose I will just go ahead and cast Hour of Power. Oh, actually, we have blasters now, so no need at all.
No match for me.
Okay, this, I believe, is the Circle of Stones referred to in the puzzle, so I'm just going to go ahead and rest here until midnight. And now we should be able to click on this flower and get a bunch of good stuff. So, a couple of pieces of Staltor. Let's see. A decent ring. I'm not sure what of protection does, but I'd like to whip that to find out. Here we have... Oh, I think that this is a stackable... Ah, man. A stackable arms master skill, but it's male only. So apparently having the knight and the thief as both female was a mistake here. But I'll give it to the paladin. He'll still benefit from it.
No room.
Once, actually, I mean, I guess it really doesn't matter since
There's
he's
no
never
room. Where will I put that?
going to wield the weapon again. And then a couple of philosopher's stones, which are just used for making good potions. But, yeah, so overall, nothing particularly earth-shattering, but some decent enough stuff. Now, let's see. With our remaining 133,000 gold, let's go train. So one last trip back to Celeste, to the trainer.
It's closed.
Best training in the land.
And we're just going to train
Brilliant.
till the end.
Brilliant.
So wow, another, what, 13 levels I think that was?
Brilliant. 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 Oh dear. You don't have enough gold.
I'm out of gold. Oh, that was a little bit disastrous. Well, you know what? I think she's going to do plenty of damage as is. I'm going to go ahead and dump all of his points into light magic just to make her even more absurd. Everybody else, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just put these into blaster. It shouldn't matter. Let me just confirm something here. Yeah, so Hour of Power does affect Blaster's attack, so those points really aren't going to do any good there, but nothing else to really put them in at this point, so why not? I won't bother bringing these to the Grand Master level. You know, on the Thief, or on the Paladin rather, why don't I go ahead and dump all of these into Body Magic? That way... Ah, shoot. Well, okay, that worked out, because I need to go get leather on the Thief, so that she can get rid of her penalty to refresh time. And on the Sorcerer, I am a point short. You know, I'm not happy with this, but I'm just going to reload from when I zoned into Bricata, and I'm going to do things a little bit differently. Okay, so first, I'm going to sell off some equipment that I don't need anymore in order to hopefully finance a little bit more training for the knight. I'm also going to train everybody evenly instead of the way I just did it.
Must be closed. Can I help you find something?
So let's see. This is all of her stuff over here. We really don't need bows on those three anymore, so I'm happy to get rid of those. I need to make sure we keep her 2 weapons, but everybody else, we can just sell off their weapons. That's fine. Okay.
Fine armor for sale.
Here, we're going to go ahead and sell the suit of chainmail. You know what? We're gonna go ahead and sell some of these relics too, since we really don't need them anymore. Not all the traps are going to blow up from here on out anywhere, so I'm just going to get rid of that. Okay, we'll go ahead and sell that bow. Yeah, that should get us a little bit of extra funds. So I'm going to go ahead and train everybody up 10 levels each.
Brilliant, 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 brilliant,
And then I'll train them one at a time,
brilliant,
two at a time.
brilliant, 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 brilliant.
Okay, and that, well, he can get 1 extra level over everybody else as a result of using the wishing beam. So be it. Okay, now we're going to get him up to leather 4 first thing, and then dump all of his points into light magic. So we're 1 point short of another rank in it, but I think that 47 effective casting should be just fine. On the rogue, we're going to have to get her the leather skill before we do anything else. On the paladin, we'll go ahead and dump all of his points into body magic, giving him a pretty powerful healing spell now. And on the knight, I think that our best bet is probably going to be to dump most of her points into Grandmaster Arms Master, but I think that putting her points into... No, it's just going to be an extra couple more ranks into Arms Master. So she now has an effective Arms Master skill of 50, doubled to 100. So 100 to hit and 100 damage. So that's handy. Okay, what else are we going to put our points into on the Thief, though? I guess the Thief will put her points into Blaster. We'll just save a couple for Leather. Okay, let's go ahead and... Actually, I wonder if this vendor here will do it. Yeah, we'll teach her Leather Armor. And then we should be able to learn Expert Leather Armor back in Heartlanddale, I think. So let's transport back there. Perfect. Expert there, expert there. So now they should be able to... And what did we find? Horseshoes. Exactly when we needed them. Okay, so with those horseshoes, I'll give 1 to Syndrome. That'll let him get that last rank in light magic. Is anybody else just short of something? Doesn't look like it, so we'll put a point into Blaster on the Thief. Okay, I think that should be sufficient. Okay, and this will bring us to the last quest of the game. So our goal now is to travel to, I believe it's Avley. It's either Avley or Tutalia. I believe it's Avley. So I'm going to head to Tularia, cast the Fly spell, and let's hope that one of the boats will take us there. Rather, the boat or the carriage. There we go.
We're off.
Now, with the wetsuits equipped, let's just confirm everybody has one, we should be able to land on the water without taking any damage. And when we head all the way to the western side of the zone, yes, it is west of Avley, so I didn't mess up there. It should let us zone into a new area. Alright, 1 day to travel to the shoals. Now here, we are swimming, which allows us to function as if we had flight up. Can't cast spells while underwater. We're surrounded by sharks, so that's something. And here we have the Lincoln, I believe. No, that's just a normal ship. I don't recall where in the zone the Lincoln is, but it's not a very big zone, so we'll find it. It's a shame that these sharks don't shoot lasers that they acquired from the down space ship, but oh well, you can only ask so much. Here we go. And I believe we get in just underneath one of the wings. The link. Okay, now that we're here, first thing we're going to do is strip off our wetsuits and get re-equipped.
I don't know.
No, apparently our NPCs are no longer with us.
I don't know. How am I supposed to know?
Okay, I think that's everybody fully equipped. Let's go ahead and put up our buffs.
Ow! Was that supposed to hurt? Was that supposed
We're going to back ourselves into a corner a little bit. We'll use the knight as a little bit of a hit point bank right now. At least until we get all of our buffs up.
Ow! 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 Was that supposed to hurt? Ow! Was that supposed to hurt?
Okay. That gives us a little bit of breathing room. Let's get torchlight up also. Finish regeneration. And we'll also need protection from magic. Okay.
Ow!
The Paladin's heal is pretty effective now. It's just our characters have quite a few hit points to heal. Now, it's possible that the knight is not doing any damage with her melee weapons. I hope that's not the case, but it might be.
Was that supposed to hurt? Ow! Ow! Was that supposed to hurt? Was that supposed to hurt? Ow! 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 Was that supposed to hurt? Ow! What's that bad mamma jamma? Ow! 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 Ow!
Now, if I recall correctly, only one of these doors is currently working. The power on the ship is currently turned off, and we need to find a way to turn it back on. But I'm not sure which door it is. So no, the knight is definitely able to hit these guys. Maybe we need to take a different path. This seems promising. Okay, now we've restored power, so I think that we should be able to use some of the doors in that central area now. Well, I triggered something there. I'm not 100% sure what. Oh, this is the very first area that I started with. These appear to be the engines. Nothing here. I suppose we didn't actually receive wetsuits for our NPCs, so I guess it makes sense that they didn't come along with us.
Was that supposed to hurt? Was that supposed to bad? Ow! 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 Ow!
Just a scrap.
Oh, I don't know.
Okay, here we have a blaster rifle, which is
How am I supposed to know?
a bit of a more powerful version of the blaster. Unfortunately, we can't identify it, but our damage will go up from 11 to 23, all the way up to 1737. So it's a pretty significant increase. Of course, I probably gave it to the worst person to put it on, so why don't we go ahead and give that to Rogue.
Was that supposed to hurt? Was that supposed to hurt? Was that supposed to hurt? Ow! 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 Was that supposed to hurt?
we should be able to find a few more of the blaster rifles somewhere. This area doesn't seem to have power yet, so I might need to find a way to activate that elsewhere.
How am I supposed to
I mean,
know?
swords in space, why not? Okay, I think that's everything on this side of the ship, so I'll head back over to the western half, see if there's anything up there that let us progress with this. And that just appears to be a closet. Nothing of importance that I can tell. Let's see. Yeah, that was just a normal blaster, so no improvement there. Ah, here we go.
Hey, what's that?
Okay, 2 more blaster rifles, so I'll give one of those to each of the paladin and the sorcerer.
Ow!
And here it looks like we
I
found
knew it.
one more. You know what? Despite everything I've said, I think that I will just go ahead and equip a blaster on the knight. Her damage number seems so pitiful, but I think that the normal weapons are having some issues actually hurting these mechanical beasts. So it is what it is. One last enemy, and then I believe that the oscillation, whatever it's called, is located at the back of the ship. Oh, no, it's right here. Okay, now that we've looted that, I think the ship is in the process of exploding, so I should probably make my way out. So I think that from here, I'm just going to town portal back to Celeste, and once I get back to Gavin Magnus's throne room, I think that we will trigger the end of the game. now that I think about
Let's
it.
go!
I did have a Lloyd's Beacon set just outside the throne room, but with the 13 levels that we gained, I believe that it timed out. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute while the ending cinematic plays.
That ought to do it. Welcome. I am Korak. Please come in.
Korak? We saw you crash on Zine. How could you have survived?
My apologies. I am a Korak, not the Korak. The Korak you saw crash was not me, and he may very well have died in that crash. Then again, perhaps not. We are very hard to kill. This is Web Station Beta 5, and I am the Guardian. The gate system was built about 1,000 years ago, but we never got a destination portal set up on your world before the war. The war against the Kregan consumed all the resources of the Ancients.
Which one leads to the Ancients?
None of them, I'm afraid. When the Kregan infiltrated the Gate Web 900 years ago, the entire Spinward Rim was cut off from the rest of the system. That's where we are right now. And that star over there is where you just came from.
What about all these other gates? Where do they lead?
Other worlds seeded by the Ancients long ago. They all fell into barbarism during the war. I would help them, but I am not permitted to leave this place. And I get very little traffic. The gates prevent people without control cubes from passing through them.
So where can we go from here?
Go? Why, anywhere you want, my friends. Anywhere you want.
And with that, we have finished Might and Magic VII. Total time played was 2 years, 5 months, and 11 days, almost all of which was time spent training. And let's see. Finished up at level 69 with the majority of the party, with Syndrome the Archmage finishing at level 70. Score was 12,185, not too terrible. And with that, I'm going to call this Let's Play series a wrap. I thoroughly enjoyed playing it. Might and Magic VII is one of my favorite games. I highly recommend it if you don't already have it. And thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the videos, please subscribe. And with that, I'm going to sign off. Syndrome here with Breaking the Stream Gaming. Thanks.